Hello, I'm Evan Dozier, and I am the Clinical Catholic. Uh, so I am new to this. I am not a YouTuber by any means, but I felt it. Um, I felt necessary. I felt it necessary that I may start a channel. Oh my gosh! Hold on. I know my wife is listening to everything I'm saying. Hello, my name is Evan Dozier, and I am the Clinical Catholic. Now, you probably can hear my kid in the background. I just started this channel, and I have a lot of plans for it. There's a lot of things I want to do, but first and foremost, I do want to introduce myself. I'm not sure if I said it already. My name is Evan Dozier. Like I said, I named this channel The Clinical Catholic. And we'll get to that in a second. I am an LMSW, which stands for a Licensed Master Social Worker. I'm currently under supervision to get my LCSW. And I am also Catholic. So I currently do hospice. My family does therapy, which in the long run, down the line, that is something that I do want to do, therapy and stuff like that. That's where I'm passionate in. So why is my name the Clinical Catholic? The biggest reason I named myself the Clinical Catholic is because, first of all, no one else has that name, so that was pretty cool. There's the clinical therapist, which he seems pretty cool, but there's no the Clinical Catholic. So I took that name, and the biggest reason is I want to find a way to merge the two. I think that you can merge the two. It's not an impossibility. I think clinical skills, and especially in the social work realm, especially in therapy, and I think spirit life, they do belong together. As a hospice social worker, I mean, definitely I can see that they meet. I'm meeting people where they're at with their spiritual needs all the time before their departure from this life. And I've noticed that it's been a very strong point if you learn how you can tie them in appropriately. And that's kind of why I made this channel, is I want you to see why we should never divorce the clinical realm from the spiritual realm. Of course, I am a specific denomination, Catholic. Me and my wife, I guess I didn't really give a story on who exactly I am. I was born and raised 24 years of my life here in Oklahoma. I graduated from a high school here in southeastern Oklahoma, but I went to ORU, Oral Roberts University, for my bachelor's of social work, and later I went to OU for my master's. But so I've always been spiritual, but the last 2 years, has been a deeper dive into my faith, into what I actually believe. And I've been drawn towards the church, the Catholic Church, which is a conversation for another time. But I think, being so deep in my own faith in Catholicism, I don't see a need to divorce conversations about Catholicism. And of course, conversations about Christianity in general is definitely welcomed, and I'll definitely do videos on mere Christianity, but I don't want to divorce mere Catholic, I'll say, apologetics, defense, spirituality. I don't want to divorce it from this channel just because it's a clinical channel. The two are going to be married in a way that I don't think many people do. Maybe out of fear, I don't know. It's a scary thing to step into territory that's not often tried, But I'm willing to do it. I don't know what it's going to look like for everyone else and how people will respond, but that's something I want to do. So you're going to see a lot of clinical, like skill development, tips and tricks. You're going to see a lot of the spirituality and the clinical meeting each other. You're also going to see a lot of apologetics, which I'm not going to what I'm saying is I'm not going to divorce from the channel, like I said like 1,000 times. I want it to remain here. Because I think everyone should be comfortable talking about what they believe in. So that's that. What else? This is a pretty raw video. I just decided to get on here and record this and tell you guys who I am. The background's a little messy right now. I have a router here that will probably be covered. I don't know what I'm going to do with it specifically. Probably move it to a different wall, but I will have icons. I'm going to have Saint Dymphna. I think I'm going to put her right here. She's the patron saint of therapists. Maybe even the patron saint of nurses over here. The one of them is Saint Elizabeth of Hungary. There's another one I can't remember. Maybe my son's name Augustine. My son's name is Augustine, so I might put an icon or a picture of him up here. But the background's going to look a lot better as time goes on. But I want you guys to be comfortable. I do want recommendations. I do want an active atmosphere of communication. And ultimately, I want to benefit you guys to what you want to hear. And I want to do what is most beneficial to the clinical realm and the spiritual realm. And both at the same time. So I plan on posting this first. And I have some ideas of what's going to happen next. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.